Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and well, I'm excited about this episode because we're going to talk about Goliath. But there's a but there. The M.A.S.K version of Goliath is not my favorite Goliath of all time. I have a confession to make. I'm not ashamed either. I'm a huge Gargoyles fan. And I just love that show so much. Keith David as Goliath, his voice is it resonates so well. I can't do it justice talking about it. Maybe we can do another episode on it. But I just want to pay homage to it real quick by playing a little bit of the theme and listening to Goliath talk. And then we'll jump into Goliath for M.A.S.K. But I just really want to do this because it holds a special place on my heart. So without further ado, here's Gargoyles.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again! We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles.
I mean, you can't argue hearing that voice resonate, that it just doesn't give you chills. I do collect them. They're hard to find, actually, in good condition. I don't have many. I have Goliath. I have Hudson. But other than that, I don't really have any that have their wings or have all their weapons or their tails. The figures themselves weren't really done that well, but it's another episode. We'll watch that a little bit later. But keep in mind that the term and the name Goliath was also from biblical times. David versus Goliath, and there's all kinds of ways that it was talked about. And I don't really get how the name fully ties to Goliath itself, other than it's a massive vehicle. Wait, what are you doing here? I thought I got rid of you. Just you wait. I don't know why he keeps coming back. Here's Goliath. It's a race car transport. Now, I 100% can tell you I did not have this when I was a kid. My parents spoiled my brother and I, but we definitely didn't have this. We had Boulder Hill and Rhino, but that was the biggest we got with the M.A.S.K line. Other than that, it was a lot of the smaller things, and pretty much the entire Series 1. But other than that, it was hit or miss. Definitely didn't have this. And I didn't fall in love with it until I actually got it. I think I got this one into my collection in about 2006. So I've had it for a little bit. It's complete. And yeah, we'll go over it in a couple minutes in detail. But I wanted to show you the figures first. Now, of course, with Goliath, you had the 10,000th iteration of Matt-Trakker in the series. He's got his yellow outfit on here and the mask that it comes with, which is Shroud. And then we have Nevada Rushmore. Now, he's probably one of the characters that is least liked in the series, and it's not a racial thing or a ethnic thing. It's just the fact that he was barely in it. I think he appeared in 2 episodes in the racing series, and that was it. I like the character. The mask power was a little odd. Totem. Let's watch it real quick, just so you can get an idea of just how odd it really was.
You boys are about to get a lesson in Native American Indian culture. Totem on!
So you can see, if you're in a battle scenario, shooting a bunch of wooden stakes at people, right? But yeah, it's odd that Matt would step down from Spectrum Mask, right? He had Ultra Flash, he had Lava Shot, Shroud, you know, there's so many of them. But Spectrum literally covered everything, which, hence the term Spectrum. It covers the entire rainbow of powers. I'm pretty sure Spectrum can do all the same things that the other masks could do, right? Why didn't you just program it in? But yeah, it's pretty unique. It's hard to find complete the Goliath set. And before we talk about the toy a little bit here, let's take a look at Goliath in action as the transport itself, and then also the race car in action as well. Let's take a look at that and see how it maneuvers and see how it functions.
After I'm away, slow them down, Chief. See you later, Nevada.
Good luck, Matt. Now to run some interference.
It's pretty cool, right? You just wouldn't expect it to be such a late addition, because it's pretty unique. But obviously, with it being a race car, it kind of enveloped into the racing series. But it was a missed opportunity, I think, for the cartoon itself and for Kenner to release it earlier. I think it would have been a big selling point in the line, just because of what it can do. So here it is again as the transport, right? Mine's a little dusty, even though it's inside a glass case. Dust still gets in there, so you still have to clean them. I'm overdue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the race car off for now and show you the transport, the truck part. But just to show you how the race car would come off, I'm not going to do it in the air. I'm going to take it off here. So these slide out here, and the back lifts up a little bit, and then the car comes down. So Batman fell. We'll leave it there. So yeah, it comes down, and then it would be able to go into action. So we'll push these back up. These right here go into place here, and you turn it. Wow, that's a lot of dust. You turn it this way. There we go. And then the top pops up, and Nevada would be in a cockpit here, ready to go to work. And the back swivels and fires 2 missiles. Let's pop one out so you can see it. There you go. And it's got pretty good range too. Won't be able to really do it justice here in the video, but trust me, it does have pretty good range. And yeah, that's pretty much it with this portion of it. So it's pretty unique in the fact that it it can fire in any direction, which was a big thing if you were fighting with your brother and you wanted to get the upper hand. Well, you had Goliath, which I never did. You had aim. You can take him out with just the one shot. It goes back down pretty easily, locks in place, and you're back into transport mode. Now, this was, I don't remember if it was produced, let's see what year, 1987 in Hong Kong. Kenner Parker Toys, that's pretty much all it gives you. Also here, I don't know if you saw this, this kind of locks, so they call it Goliath 1 and Goliath 2 in the cartoon. So this is Goliath 1. Goliath 2 can lock in place here. So that way it doesn't kind of like roll off. You kind of see it here. There's a little crevice that it can lock into to keep it in place. But yeah, let's take a look at Goliath 2. Now, Goliath 2 is a standard Formula 1 race car, right? Hard to find with the fin in place. A lot of times they crack here and don't stay in place. If you find one that's broken and you still you're looking for it to complete your set, I would still get it and just glue it. A little bit of glue, put it in place, because you're not going to find the Goliath fin in complete condition very often. So just keep that in mind. You press this button up here, and it turns into a plane. Oh, wrong way. There you go. It's a simple transformation, but it's effective. Gets the job done there. So you have, Matt flying off, chasing after Buzzard. You see him in action here. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's one of the harder pieces to find, and it's one that people didn't really have. So, let me know, did you have it as a kid? Because I'm curious if you did, was it as important to you as, let's say, Rhino, or one of the other big pieces that you might have had when you were younger? Because let's face it, when we were kids, we were lucky that we had the parents that we did, where they would go out and spend their hard-earned money on us to buy, pieces of plastic. But they mean a lot to us. But you didn't always get what you wanted. And if you wanted this, were you just older and didn't really care for it? Let me know where you kind of fell with this. I think I was at the point where I had so much. It's 1987, so I am 5. I was busy, playing with my toys, so I just didn't have time for all of them. First world problems, right? Man. But yeah, Goliath, a incredibly necessary addition to your collection, whether you're going for the whole thing or not. If you're going for a unique piece and want one with a lot of ingenuity, you definitely have to go for Goliath. Oh man. Maybe one day, Goliath, I'll talk about you, but not today. Too much. It's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later.